I'm glad you're back on my channel, everyone. Today we're going to examine a subject that has a broad reach: toxic parenting. In this video, we'll examine the characteristics of toxic parenting, how to spot it, and the serious effects it may have on children. So let's begin straight away. Parents that persistently act in ways that make their kids feel guilty, afraid, or obligated are said to practice toxic parenting. These parents put their own needs ahead of those of their children and may abuse them physically, verbally, or emotionally. On a child's mental health and general well-being, toxic parenting can have disastrous impacts. How can I recognize toxic parenting in my own or my parents'? You may be asking. Here are some typical warning indicators to look out for. Self-centered behavior. Toxic parents frequently prioritize meeting their own needs and goals over how their actions will affect their children. Without taking the child's welfare into account, they can see their child as a source of emotional support, affirmation, or fulfillment. Physical abuse. Toxic parents may hurt their children physically by striking, slapping, kicking, or even by burning them. Even while they can attempt to excuse their behavior as a form of punishment, they are really abusing the child's rights and dignity. Verbal abuse. Abusive parents may cause their children emotional harm by yelling, screaming, calling names, blaming, or threatening them. The youngster is intimidated, denigrated, or threatened with harsh words in an effort to make them feel guilty or humiliated. Emotional abuse. Through techniques including stonewalling, manipulation, guilt-tripping, invalidation, or neglect, toxic parents emotionally harm their children. The youngster could feel unworthy or rejected if their feelings and ideas are ignored. Coercion and emotional blackmail may be employed to influence the child's actions or decisions. Blaming the child. Toxic parents may hold their kids accountable for their own issues or shortcomings, or make them feel in charge of their happiness or well-being. They cause the youngster to feel disappointed by projecting their own anxieties or failings onto them. Respecting limits. Toxic parents do not respect the boundaries, privacy, opinions, or feelings of their children. They might intrude their personal space or possessions, obstruct friendships or interests, and disregard the child's choices or wants. Undermining confidence. Through frequent criticism, comparison, or control, toxic parents erode their children's self-confidence, self-esteem, and sense of identity. They make negative comparisons to other kids, focusing on the child's shortcomings and errors. Developmental disruption. Toxic parents disrupt their children's growth, education, or socialization. The youngster may be isolated, overprotected, or discouraged from making friends, traveling, learning new things, or simply having fun. Demands and expectations that are unrealistic limit a child's development. These are but a few indications of toxic parenting. It's vital to keep in mind that you are not alone, and that help is available if any of these behaviors apply to either your parents or you. Your mental health and general well-being may suffer significantly as a result of toxic parenting. Now let's look at some possible effects of toxic parenting. Anxiety. Children of toxic parents frequently experience emotions of anxiety regarding their future, relationships, and selves. It can be debilitating to constantly worry about pleasing parents or staying out of their ire. Additionally, it could become difficult to trust others and express your emotions. Depression. Parents who are toxic might cause depressive symptoms such as self-doubt and a sense of helplessness or hopelessness. The results frequently include low self-confidence and self-esteem. Low self-worth. A person's sense of self-worth is commonly damaged by toxic parenting. Deep-seated self-doubt can have a negative impact on many facets of one's life. These repercussions hardly scrape the surface of toxic parenting's long-term effects. It's vital to get support and direction if you've noticed any of these symptoms in your own experiences. Keep in mind that you are not defined by your past, and there is possibility for recovery and development. Please give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.